Look what we got here. We got some outside chickens. Isn't that right? What do you think, Polka? I've got this little temporary set made up with PVC pipes and some mesh cage material, and they're enclosed in this part of the field with some electric fencing. So I'm gonna let them have their first night out here. We're supposed to get some rain tonight, so I've got a bit of a tarp up over them so they can get up, and this branch here so they can perch up off the ground. This is very important to chickens, and somebody's liking it. Now this is Polka. Polka is my favorite of the chickens. Isn't that right, Polka? Are you a good girl? She is. She's very easy to hold, and she's quite content to do so. I've trained her to be able to just be scooped right up, and so she's a really good chicken. Yes, she is. And also Speckle over there, who's kind of starting to look like a rooster. I can't say for sure. Speckle is the second friendliest. I can scoop both of them up pretty easily, and they'll just happily sit in my hand. And then let's see who we got over there. I haven't named them yet, but I'm like 80% sure it's a rooster based on the size of the comb and the wattles coming in. But they're also pretty friendly too. But also a lot of times they like to square up to my hand, which is usually a sign you're dealing with roosters when they're trying to fight your hands. See, look at this. It's adorable having them all come up to me. And they seem to like genuinely love the affection too, which is so cute. Yeah, and I love these guys. I've never actually taken the time to really fully hand raise chickens. I've raised them indoors, but usually the plan's for them to go outside and just kind of do their own thing. But these are the first batch I've ever like truly gotten a chance to actually bond with, and it's so sweet seeing how nice they can be. I think a lot of people don't understand just how, for one, how intelligent chickens are, and for two, their potential to actually be really cool pets. I mean, I'm sure some folks have seen online where you have like God, what are they called? The Morans? Is that what I'm thinking of? Morans or Seabrights? Seabrights are no one of them. Like the super tiny chickens where they basically only get this big at full sized. They have what's called hen plumage, so they don't ever actually really look specifically like roosters, even if they're boys. That weird combination mutation they've got between the size and all that. Hi. I really should figure out a name for you, huh, mister? But it'll be nice having a friendly rooster. We've got, so their dad who's out here now, I gotta get a video of him sometime, but he's a really big butthead. He likes to bully the dogs, actually. So a lot of times in the morning, so the ducks and chickens are all in a coop with Edgar the goose. And there's a window that's always open. And ducks and goose can't jump up and fly to it, but the chickens can, so they always let themselves out in the morning. And the rooster will come to our front door right around the time the dogs get their breakfast and go out. And he'll wait at the door, he'll crow as if he's trying to summon them. And then he will square up and not let them go out. He's like, I will keep my chickens safe by keeping them entirely from coming close. And I mean, I guess I respect the strategy. Hi. Hi, my dear. Is Polka a beautiful chicken? She's gonna look very interesting when she gets big. You don't really get spotted chickens like this. And it's kind of just random where she's got that one little tiny black feather in the back of her head. But they are question mark breed chickens. The only thing that matches the color of the moms. So we have a white hen and a black hen, which I guess you can tell with these. But the rooster was, like I've said before, this bargain basement backyard rooster. But I mean, these guys are healthy and they're strong. Oh, we had another surprise too, actually, I forgot to mention. So we actually have 8 more chicks inside now. So I've been super busy lately, so I haven't been able to spend a lot of time with the animals because work's been kicking my butt. I put in 93 hours last week, or in my last pay period, which is 2 weeks. And so I come out one morning and the black mom chicken has an army of baby chicks following her. She had 12 chicks. So I took 8 of them and brought them indoors to raise there, to get more friendly ones. And I'm letting her raise the other 4. And she's having a good time with it. She's a really good mom. Anyone who's familiar with chickens will know when they do the defensive hen posture where they puff up all their feathers. She does that 24/7. She's walking around like a giant fluff ball. Oh, look at him grooming. Handsome man. They're so weird looking when they're in their in-between chicken stage when they've got these weird like halfway feathers. Hi. You'll look very handsome once you get big. Right now you look kind of like goofy. Your neck is extremely patchy. You've got that little bit of white underneath your neck there too. Hello. You can kind of see the intelligence in their eyes, just the way they watch you. And they listen. Speckle, well, seems to genuinely know her name. So they're outside because when they're indoors, obviously at this size, they can kind of fly and jump really high. And they were in the tote thing that we were raising them in. And so every morning we would come out and we'd find a nice little army of chickens just kind of hanging out on the floor, waiting for us. And I'd say, Polka, what are you doing out? And she'd run over to my hand and wait for me to scoop her up, and I'd bring her down the hallway to the bathroom, and she follows me around like a little lost puppy. So I'm having a good time with these guys. It's really cool having fun with chickens. A lot of times I'll just pick her up and carry her around the yard, and you know how everyone just kind of talks to themselves while they're doing stuff throughout the day. Well, it feels a little less weird when you're holding an animal to talk to yourself. So I'll sit there and talk with Polka as I'm going about in my morning chores and pretend that she has any clue what I'm talking about. Polka and Speckle. Hi. So yeah, I just wanted to show off that these guys are now big enough to be outdoors, and it's real exciting. They're having fun with it. They're having like a feast. Now they really quickly realize, wow, the ground's pretty much made of food. They're eating all the clovers and the grasses and the flower heads. So it's a good time to be a chicken. Not so much if they do get the storms we're predicting later tonight, but they have to learn about them eventually. It's sad, you guys gotta grow up so fast, but we're giving you the best stuff you got. You'll have only a little area of your pen will get wet. And there's some holes in it, which is actually a good thing because the roof of this thing is flat. So if there's no holes, the water will just pool up on top of it and collapse. And that definitely is not speaking from experience of happening before. But yeah. I'll probably upload something featuring the new baby chicks, because I have one of those, one of the black ones that I've been holding for like an hour every day and just kind of letting it sleep in my hands, which is so cute. You're quite the preener, aren't you? It's a good chance what he's doing right now is he's pulling out his pin feathers. So when the feathers grow in, they have a little kind of protective sheath over them, and they actually have to pull it off. More social birds often will do it for each other, but these guys have to do it all their own. Very helpful to have a big flexible neck in that case. It looks like it'd be really itchy though. Like imagine growing a feather out of your skin. It's gotta feel bizarre. You're so photogenic. Yes, you are, Mr. Man. I think he knows it. Hi, Polka. Hi. What are you doing, sweetie? Oh, up? You wanna step up? There we go. See? And this is how you pick up a chicken. Ta-da! And little dangly feet. It's a good sign that she trusts me a lot when she's doing that, because a lot of animals don't like the feeling of their feet hanging. Like rabbits especially. You never pick up a rabbit with his feet dangling, except for ours, Dobby, who's super comfortable being picked up. Because, you know, clearly they don't understand how it works. So they're like, oh God, I'm going to fall any second now. Polka here, she's like, oh, yep, I trust you. It'll be sad when you're too big for me to hold in one hand, Polka. But this is how they're doing. Things are going good, and the summer season's starting to wind down, so hopefully I'll be able to actually upload more than like once or twice a month, because it's not a hard thing to make these videos, but it's hard just to take the time to remember to do it when I have so much else going on. Keeping up with all the animals involved, trying to work more than full-time hours is challenging. But the house is really quiet right now. Our son's on vacation with his grandmother, which is cool. And it's good for him to get a chance to go out doing some camping and fishing and stuff, which he loves. He's a very outdoorsy type kid. But I'm kind of glad to see the summer winding down. As much as it stinks, I'm going to miss being able to do all the gardening. And winter up here is tough because it's so cold. Which means we get to put Vaseline on your little head. If their combs are too big, a lot of times they'll get frostbite and eventually end up losing their combs, which doesn't generally harm them too much, but it's a risk of infection, and you know, you feel pretty bad have the chicken have something like that, so try to avoid it. We've seen Vaseline work pretty well for it. Anyways, I'm rambling now, so thanks for watching my chickens.